Yo, what's up? This your boy Derek Branch here, Saint Discussions on Strike 7 Sports. And today I just want to quickly talk about the report that came out today concerning former Saints head coach Sean Payton. Now, as many of you already know, Payton decided to walk away from the New Orleans Saints while still under contract with the team. And the expectations has been that Payton will come back after this season and become a head coach once again. But it will not be with the New Orleans Saints based on the optics. And the other expectation was that the Saints could get a first round draft pick because of that, and it would go down in the form of a trade Payton to another team, and the Saints get draft compensation. So the report came out today from Twitter, first from Johnny Venerable of out of Arizona. He's a reporter from the Arizona Cardinals, host of PHX Cardinals. I'm assuming that's a podcast, but credible source right here. And he states that Sean Payton has his eyes on head coaching openings with either the Arizona Cardinals or the LA Chargers, per Jeremy Fowler of ESPN and Jan Graziano. So both of those guys are known, reputable sources when it comes to NFL news, NFL trade rumors, free agency signings, coaching firings, coaches, possibly where coaches are going to go next. Those type of people. So, with that being said, it's a no-brainer that Chargers job was always going to be on the list. I've been calling it out since before the season started. That could be one of the places he could possibly land. I would take that Cardinals job over that Dallas Cowboys job. Dealing with Jerry Jones and maybe a power struggle, conflict with Jerry Jones and his son Stephen Jones. It could be Jimmy Johnson versus Jimmy Johnson versus Jerry Jones part two. But now that the Arizona Cardinals job has popped up, I'm not surprised by that as well. I felt like that could be a place he goes as well, because Cliff Kingsbury is on the hook. Well, he's on the hot seat right now. Cardinals are not going to the playoffs despite the talent that they have on the team. Has a solid defense, good players on offense. You got DeAndre Hopkins, Rondell Moore, running back James Conner. You got Kyler Murray. Talented football team, but unfortunately, they're not going to the playoffs. 4-7, they just lost to in Mexico City to the San Francisco 49ers, 38-10. The game was over before it even started, and I know Murray didn't play in that game, but Arizona just look undermatched, man. They just look overwhelmed. Don't look like a really good team right now. Kingsbury is clearly in trouble, and it would make sense for Sean Payton to go there. He's a quarterback guru, expert, and how to develop quarterbacks. We've seen how good of a head coach he is without Drew Brees. He has a winning, or I believe, yes, he has a winning record without Drew Brees starting as a quarterback, as a head coach with a different quarterback. And it would make sense to go there. You got a number one wide receiver. Running game is solid. We don't have that Kamara type in Arizona yet. You got Kyler Murray, quarterback, young guy, first overall pick. You just signed him to a big extension, and if Payton can come in and work with him, get him to hone in on that talent, it would make sense. And if you really look into it, deep into it, the Cardinals might have a higher draft pick than the LA Chargers. Because the Chargers right now are looking like a team that can go possibly 8-9, 9-8, and just miss the playoffs. Just based on how they're looking right now. If they go to the playoffs, that draft pick is gonna go down even further. Now, I'm not saying that the Saints ain't gonna be able to find what they want with a lower draft pick, a lower first round pick. But I'm just saying that the higher the selection is in the draft, the higher chances of the Saints finding that great talent at quarterback, because I'm assuming that, and everybody is that should assume this as well, that the Saints are going to use that first round pick if they get it on a quarterback. Now, it depends on how high it is. We'll see. Right now the top. I'm not hearing about a lot of the other prospects yet, but so far is the big names are C.J. Stroud, Bryce Young, and Will Levis. If the Cardinals continue on the path that they're on right now, the Saints could possibly get a higher draft pick. Now, get that higher draft pick if Sean Payton decides to come back and be a head coach. You know, I'm still under that mindset of the Saints not having a first round pick right now. Until it's all come out, until it's all, come to fruition, come to pass, and the transaction actually go down, then I'll, speculate into more of where the Saints could go with that first round pick. That's how I see it. But it would make sense, man. It would make sense for him to go to the Chargers as well. You already got that established quarterback, Justin Fields. Not Justin Fields, Justin Herbert. You got that Alvin Kamara type back in Austin Eckler. You got Mike Williams. In New Orleans you had Mike Thomas. Now you got Mike Williams. You got the other great wide receiver out there. I can't think of his name right now. Number 5 for the Chargers. Offensive line is solid. It's a good football team. Good defense. You got Joey Bosa, Khalil Mack. You got all the Joshua Palmer. You got 2 legitimate wide receivers in there with the Chargers, and Joshua Palmer and Mike Thomas. Great defense. Derwin James. It's like a win-win situation, for Sean Payton if he goes there to the Chargers, And I've been hearing, people say that why would he go to the AFC West when we got to deal with Patrick Mahomes, and the Chiefs? Well, I'll say this though. Our response to this is that Peyton was in a division with Matt Ryan and Cam Newton, and that while they were in the primes of their career, and he's not phased by that, man. He's not phased by the challenges, man. By these type of players, these type of quarterbacks, man. He's not phased by it at all. He's dealt with it in the NFC South when he had to deal with the Panthers and Matt Ryan. And you may disagree with this, but when Matt Ryan was in his prime and Cam Newton was in his prime, they were trouble to deal with. Just being real for the Saints. And so I'm glad they're gone. Both of them are gone. Or Matt Ryan most likely be retiring, and I think Cam Newton's going to be stick to doing building up his podcast brand. So, but anyways, man, I just think that either one of these places is a win-win for the Saints, man. For as long as they can get a first-round pick and back in return, it's a win. The Cardinals pick, I believe, is going to be a lot higher. It's going to be a whole lot higher than this Chargers first-round pick, because I think, as I previously stated, that they're going to be 8-9 or 9-8 and just miss the playoffs, and so their pick is probably going to be a lot lower. Now, I'm not saying the Saints can't find nobody at that spot because they have done it in the past, but I'm just saying the higher you are in this draft, the greater chances of you drafting one of the top prospects that everybody's coveting. And you could possibly use that pick to move up even higher. So it just don't stop at just trading Payton for a draft pick, for a first round pick. You use that pick as ammunition and go up even higher in the draft. And get the quarterback that you really covet. But there's also a caveat to this. There's also a report out there from Fowler that sources are telling him that Payton could wait out a year, and let's see if the Chargers decide to run it back with the current head coach that they have right now, Brandon Staley, and see what happens. But that could be something coming out from the agent trying to, get at the Saints, trying to tell them to, hey, chill out with the compensation. That could probably be agents leaking that, trying to get the Saints to lower their asking price for when Payton decides to come back. So we'll see how everything plays out. Today that tweet came out from John Siegler of Saints Wire USA Today. Shouts out to John Siegler and his team. But not you shouldn't be surprised by these two teams being interested in Sean Payton, and also the Denver Broncos could have interest as well because I believe that Daniel Hackett's going to be out as a head coach of the Denver Broncos because he's just in over his head right now as a head coach. It's just not working out. They can have interest. Chargers, they're already a team that can have interest. We already know about these two teams. The Cardinals, I'm not surprised. I knew the Cardinals would have interest when Payton first retired, first step away from the Saints. I knew that was going to be a team on the radar. Dallas, I think Dallas is going to slowly fade away if they continue to play like they are right now. I don't believe they're going to fire Dan Quinn unless Dallas goes one and done in the playoffs again like they did last year. So I think, not Dan Quinn, Mike McCarthy. Excuse me, I apologize. Mike McCarthy. I don't think they're gonna fire Mike McCarthy if he doesn't. If he go, I don't think they're gonna fire him if he has a deep playoff run. I don't think so. So we'll see how everything plays out. All right, that's all I have for y'all for right now, man. Give me a like, comment, subscribe to the channel. Let me know how you feel. How you feel about the Cardinals and Cardinals have an interest in Sean Payton, and which team do you prefer him to go to if he decides to come back to coaching? Also in the description box below, check out strike7sports.com/Saints for latest content on the New Orleans Saints organization. Have a happy Thanksgiving. Enjoy your day. Be safe. Don't drink and drive. Have a blessed night. Who that? I'm out.